Many were wondering if the University of Arkansas Pine-Bluff could right the ship this week and be the spoilers to Alabama A&M homecoming, just like Jackson State was to their in-state rival, Alabama A&M. Alabama State is looking to right the ship, especially from the loss that they took last week from FAMU to the tune of 28-0, trying to get things in order so that they can start getting their footing together as far as with being one of the top echelon teams in the East Division of the SWAC. Now let's break it down to see which team is going to bounce back this week and catch fire to position themselves in either the East or the West Division of the SWAC conferences. Let's get into it. You know it's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow League Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get all upcoming videos. And for all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. Like, share, and comment as well. Also, do me a huge favor. Tap in a friend or two and tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes over here. We just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. But before I get into everything, guys, I got to tell you right now, I thank all of you from the bottom of my heart. Because guess what? We didn't kick this YouTube algorithm in the tail one more time. And guess what? We need to keep on doing that, guys, because we're building and building. There's some things I want to do. Listen, you already seen I'm doing the giveaways on the low. And I keep telling everybody, make sure you put your score predictions down on the score prediction video that I'm putting up every week. So don't miss out on that, guys. I got another one ready to come up here shortly. Also, like I said, make sure you comment, share these videos. Hey, man, y'all know what time it is. Hey, we're doing some great stuff over here. So let's keep on having a good time. And also, if you didn't see that post game that I did on Alabama A&M versus JSU, make sure you go check that out because there's a lot of folks, they enjoyed that video. I'm glad I got to step outside my comfort zone a little bit and have a little bit more fun with that thing, if you get what I'm saying. But so, Coach, we'll go ahead and tap on in this thing and get straight to it because I just want to give y'all this content, man, so we can keep on having a good time, just doing what we do, doing what we always do, which is talk about HBCU sports. So the game that the Golden Lions and the Hornets fans were expecting their team, one of their teams, to come out on top. And, you know, especially with trying to get that first win in division play. Right now, both of them are trying to find their way to get that first win. In order for UAPB to get this game, they had to start fast, kind of like they did in that Alcorn State game. And as of late, they have not been starting fast since that game. Matter of fact, since that game, they've been sputtering like crazy trying to get it together. The defense has not been anywhere close to where it was in that game, causing all type of turnovers and just raising hell, making sure that offenses are not able to move the ball up and down the field on them. Just kind of like what we saw today in this game. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said, if anybody have any information on what's going on with Skylar Perry, please hit me up in my DM because I need to understand what's going on with this young man. This young man started off great, especially in that especially in that Alcorn State game. That young man was out there throwing dimes, and I'm like, what's going on now? I mean, he doesn't even look. He looks like he's a shell of himself right now, which doesn't make much sense. So if somebody knows what's going on with him, please sit this young man down, talk to him, get him back in the right mindset so he can get back out here and play the ball that he's capable of playing. I can understand why some of the Golden Lions fans was a little upset trying to figure out why did it take Coach Gamble so long to bring in Xavier Vaughn into the game, especially since they only scored 3 points throughout 3 quarters of the game. Listen, the University of Arkansas Pine-Bluff went into the halftime down 14-3. Basically, you're 2 scores away from getting back in the game. And as you already saw in the third quarter, they were not able to move the ball much at all. So it didn't make much sense. Why did Coach Gamble wait until the 11-minute mark in the fourth quarter to decide to bring this young man in the game? I mean, these slow starts have been killing the University of Arkansas Pine-Bluff in games continuously over and over again. And it's got to be some type of way that they can figure out to get the ball moving up and down the field. Golden Lions, big uglies up front. You got to give them the credit. They did what they could do for their team today, in which Ryan Atkins Fraser, number 66, Eric Jones III, number 77, Jordan Mack, number 78, Mark Evans III, number 72, Rashad DaCosta, was providing Skylar Perry protection while in the pocket. He was sacked 2 times during the game, but he threw the ball 25 times, completing 7 for 43 yards and 1 interception. Golden Lions did bring in Xavier Vaughn, like I stated, like in the 11-minute mark of the fourth quarter. and he was able to put 2 consecutive scores on the board for the Lions to get them within range where it was, 15 to 28 at some point. And then, Alabama State came back and just put that last score up on the board because the defense was tired. I mean, if the defense is out there on the field all day long and they're not scoring any points, what do you expect to happen? They're going to be winded. So we got to find a way to make sure that that ball is able to move up and down the field, in a manner in which you're putting some type of points on the board to give your defense time to rest. 3 and outs consecutively, that's not going to work. But Xavier Vaughn, he did throw the ball 9 times, completing 6 for 156 yards, 2 touchdowns. Now, Coach Gamble, I don't understand why you didn't insert this young man in, at least in the 3rd quarter, to give your team an opportunity to possibly win this game. But whatever that reason is, I hope at some point in time, everybody understands what's going on, because these type of things can really start wearing on your players' minds, and I'm sure you know this already, to where they just not looking to engage. And I mean, that's just not where you want to see your team go. But I will say this, Alabama State, they wasted no time with starting a new quarterback today, none other than Mr. Miles Crawley from Tucker High School. That's right here in Atlanta, Georgia. He had his first start today, and I'm going to tell you right now, the young man looked pretty damn impressive, leading the Hornets team up and down the field, getting them up early in the game. The Hornets big uglies up front for Alabama State, number 76, Jimmy Jenkins, number 63, Robert Austin, number 55, Samuel Blackshear, number 60, Josh Andrew, number 62, Dominic Boyd, kept Miles Crawley clean in the pocket to throw the ball 28 times, completing 20 for 292 yards. Ooh, get down, Miles Crawley. I see you out there, big fella. 4 touchdowns and 1 interception. Not to mention Ja'Cory Merritt, Ezra Gray, and Miles Crawley himself were able to rush the ball along with the core rushing group 37 times for 71 yards. Now, Crawley ball placement to the receivers in this game was magnificent. It was a thing of beauty, where he was placing the ball in areas only the receivers were able to make a play on the ball. And I'm sure a lot of Hornet fans out there have been wondering, like, where in the heck has this been? But you know what? It's good to see this young man out there have the opportunity to compete and show his skills, to show off what he's capable of doing. Now, in the trench militia up front for the Hornets, number 52, Austin Brumbridge, number 92, Andrew Ogletree, number 96, Jalen Carson, and number 98, Joshua Long, was making things uncomfortable for both of the Golden Lions quarterbacks. The Hornets were walking defenders up to the line of scrimmage off the right-hand side of the offensive line for the Golden Lions. And I mean, they was just creating all kind of pressure, not allowing the offense to get the ball off. I mean, hell, if the running back was trying to run the ball, you were staring there looking at a daggone Hornet in your face as soon as you got the ball in your hands. So they were really putting the pressure on today to see if Skylar Perry and their offense was going to be able to move that ball up and down the field. But Vaughn was able to get 2 passes off 2 receivers where they were able to catch those passes and score touchdowns to put additional points on the board for the Golden Lions. Now, number 6, Rodney Eccles, and number 4, Jaquez Payton for the Hornets. I got to give them their credit. The defensive backs made it their business to make sure that the Golden Lions receivers were not going to get off like they normally do. So they made, like I said, they made things difficult today for those Golden Lion receivers. Hill had 3 receptions for 109 yards and 1 touchdown for the Golden Lions. But the other 2 receivers that we're so accustomed to seeing out there on the field had big gains from the receptions that they catch from the quarterback. They didn't do that much damage tonight like we normally expect them to do. DeJuan Miller had 4 receptions for 46 yards. Josh Wilkes had 2 receptions for 24 yards. So, like I said, today just wasn't that day where they were able to get the ball off. But I think if Coach Gamble would have inserted Vaughn into the game a little bit earlier, I think those running backs probably could have had more gains to help position their team to possibly win this game. If Coach Gamble is looking to make a true run in this season in some capacity, I believe Xavier Vaughn would be the better choice at starting quarterback. Right now, I kind of feel as if Skylar Perry is trying to press a little too hard to make plays. I don't know if it's because of the competition that he's seeing out there on the field with Vaughn and other quarterbacks there, breathing down his neck like, hey, man, you better come on and get it together because I want to play. That's what this is all about, is competition. By no means, coach is trying to tear down no player. That's not what we're talking about here. We're just talking about things from a competitive standpoint. Like I stated before, if there's something going on with Skylar Perry, somebody please sit this young man down and find out what's happening and get him back on the right ship. Like I said, he's a great talent. You want to see all of these young men do great things out there on the field. I'm trying to figure out if Coach hill-eley is going to keep Miles Crawley in the game against Jackson State, or if they're going back to Ryan Nettles. Alabama State need to figure out a way to get those penalties in order. I mean, 15 penalties for 171 yards. Boy, you're going to keep Jackson State on the field for a long time this upcoming Saturday, especially with that type of output on flags that's being thrown against the team. But until next time, guys, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. And remember, be the one and lead.